Hello and welcome to Monkey Knife Fight Live, folks. I'm Connor Rowntree, joined today by Tyler May, Team A DFS, as you can find him on Twitter. First off, Tyler, how are you doing today? And how are your Yankees doing? A couple big matchups in the AL East today.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Getting through the dog days of summer, and Yankees are rolling against terrible teams. So let's see if we can keep it going.
Well, I mean, you got the Mariners today in a pretty crucial wild card matchup as far as the American League goes, and then the Blue Jays also taking on the Indians as far as crucial American League matchups go. But one guy that we were talking about just before the show was Nestor Cortez, because he's been on fire as of late. He's got a 1.93 ERA going for him right now in 32 innings pitched this season. He has 38 Ks. Team A, what do you see him doing today with that Seattle lineup?
So Seattle, they strike out a lot. Pulling it up right here. They strike out 26% of their at bats, and Nestor's he's kind of like a crafty guy. So he's not really going to necessarily force swing and miss, but since the Mariners are a team that kind of swing and miss anyway, so that might actually work out for him. Let me see if we have any sort of. No, we don't have anything for Nestor. I would say he probably looks pretty good here, but he's probably gonna be a guy that's kind of volatile because he's not exactly the best pitcher in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, 5 strikeouts. I think that's pretty manageable against the Seattle Mariners today. Tyler Anderson on the other side of that, he has to deal with a scorching Yankees lineup outside of Joey Gallo, obviously. But the other new guy, Anthony Rizzo, is just mashing right now. How do you see Tyler Anderson doing today, Mr. T. May?
Probably not too good against the Yankees. See Tyler Anderson. We only got him at 4.8 strikeouts, so odds are he's getting knocked around a little bit. He's not exactly a swing and miss kind of pitcher. So anytime the Yankees, especially the new look lineup, faces a guy like that, it's probably not looking too good for the pitcher.
Yeah, so I think a less is looking safe there. And just to reiterify Tyler's comment on before, the Seattle Mariners actually have the 5th most strikeouts in the majors this season. So if Nestor wants to get off to a good start today, he's got the right team to do it. Folks, we're liking the more and the less there on Anderson, less, and Cortez, the more. Scroll down, make your selection, and hit submit, and you are in to win. Team A, what's next on the docket for us here on MKF Live? What are you looking at?
So I'm going over to the main slate and going to the rapid fire 3 out of 3. And we got Sonny Gray against Touki Toussaint. Touki actually grays out really well for us for the strikeouts. We have him at 6.1 strikeouts. So, and we got Sonny Gray at 5.7. So even with, Tuki's even got the 1.5 strikeout advantage. So I'm definitely going Touki right there. And I'm taking George Springer for runs and RBIs. One of the highest total bases on the day in our projections. So odds are if you're getting a lot of total bases, you're probably getting some runs and RBIs as well. And then Franmil Reyes and Jose Ramirez are pretty close. So I'm taking Franmil Reyes with the plus a half bonus there.
Well, now it's Jose Ramirez versus Joey Votto. Now is the live matchup there. Joey Votto with a little bit in hand. We could see what goes on there. Joey Votto's been playing lights out. But back to the Sonny Gray matchup. Yeah, he's been playing some good baseball as of late. Sonny Gray, he has thrown 6 or more strikeouts in 4 of his last 5 starts. So he's been very consistent. But I like what you said about Touki. He's got 20 Ks across his last 3 starts. And the Cards, you've been able to get balls by them. Well, they have given up the 4th fewest strikeouts in the past 7 days. I still like that matchup there. So I like more and more on both of those guys today, just the basic more or less. And then for your comments on George Springer, yeah, the man's been lights out in that rapid fire matchup that we were just on there, Jason, if you want to go back to that. Over the last 7 days, the man is hitting 560 with 4 home runs, 10 RBI, and yeah, a total of 14 hits. So he is just, yeah, he's on fire. That fire emoji there on Twitter was just about to sum it up there. Any other matchups that really stand out for you in this main slate, Tyler?
Going back to the Yankees and the Mariners, that's probably the best game of the day. So most interesting matchup, and I'm at the rapid fire 3 out of 3. And yeah, I'm taking Nestor over Tyler Anderson. It just feels like a better strikeout matchup for Nestor.
Couldn't agree more.
And then yeah, total bases. I'm taking Aaron Judge over LeMahieu. Just a ton more power there. And I just feel like a higher likelihood of more total bases, even with the bonus for LeMahieu. And then I'm taking Joey Gallo over Giancarlo Stanton because he's got the bonus, and they're pretty close in our projections.
He's overdue for one.
Yeah, Joey Gallo. We were talking about that coming into the show here. Jason, the producer, it was kind of being a little mean about Joey Gallo in the acquisition there. What's his OPS over the last week? It was
222 OBP, I believe.
OBP. So obviously not great. As you say, he's due for one. They got the pitching matchup to see it. There's Tyler's picks for the 3 for 3 rapid fire there. I really like the pitching pick there. I think Aaron Judge has been red hot in the total bases. And hey, Joey Gallo is due for something with his new team. Scroll down, hit submit, and you're in to win. Another matchup in the AL East that I want to take a peek at is the Toronto Blue Jays, of course. Gotta love how the Blue Jays are playing right now. A season high, 7 games over 500. Ross Stripling, he's been riding the ship as of late, and his lineup monkey knife fight, I believe, is 5.5 strikeouts. There it is right there. It is 5.5 strikeouts. Now, his last outing, he only threw 1 strikeout against Kansas City, a very gettable team. Cleveland, another gettable team in the K count, but 5.1 innings of work, enough work for him to even put himself in line for the win, which he did earn. And he played a great baseball game, but Tyler, only 1 strikeout. Where is Ross Stripling coming in on MySpari for today's action?
Yeah, so for on the Spari side of things, and if you're looking to have access to MySpari, the password for today is Patreon21. So enter that in, you get access for the day, and you get to look at all the projections. So Ross Stripling, I got the line at 5.5 for monkey knife fight, and we have him coming in at 4.3. So I'm definitely taking less there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was alluding to. The good old-fashioned homework would say that you're going to have to go less on him, but I still like a pretty solid outing from him. And on the other side of the bump, you get Tristan Mckenzie, who's taking on a blistering Blue Jays lineup. I don't see him lasting in the ball game long enough to get 5 strikeouts. Tyler, how do you see that one going?
Yeah, so this one's tough. We have him at 4.6, and McKenzie, he's really a guy that's just up and down a lot. He has games where he gets 9 strikeouts, and then there's games where he just can't find the plate at all, and he's just not going to get anything done. I would say against a lineup as good as Blue Jays, I'll be taking less.
Yeah, and another thing to note on top of that is that the Blue Jays over the last 15 days have the fewest strikeouts in Major League Baseball. So I take the less and the less on that one. Anyway, let's go to that rapid fire contest with the fantasy points there, please. Hey, it is going to be the Cleveland Guardians next season, so that's a fun fact. They used to be called, what was their original name? I knew this like a week ago. It's going to come to me. But anyway, back to this. It's Jose Ramirez versus George Springer in the first matchup. George Springer has been lights out, ladies and gentlemen. We mentioned it. Over the last 7 days, no one in baseball has been better. He has a batting average of over 500. I think he gets on base. I think he racks up the fantasy points. And I don't think the 0.5 fantasy point is going to do Jose Ramirez all that good. So I'm going to have to ride with George Springer in that first matchup. And as for the second matchup, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., second in the league in home runs. I have to like him over Reyes. T-Bay, I am a Blue Jays fan, but those are good. Those are Blue Jays that are on fire. So make sure I'm not being too biased there, and let's check in with MySpari.
Yeah, so I like George Springer. So just filtering by total bases. See George Springer coming in at number 4. And Jose Ramirez, let's see where he comes in. Yeah, I mean, he's at 2 total bases too, but I still like George Springer today against McKenzie. And for Vlad and Franmil Reyes, I think I would rather take Franmil Reyes here just because he's got the boost. So that one's really close, but I'll take the boost with Reyes.
There you go, folks. We are splitting it down the middle in this one. The rapid fire between the Blue Jays and the Indians. Whatever you're feeling more comfortable with, scroll down and hit submit, or you don't even have to listen to that one at all. Team A, what's on the tap? What's on tap next?
Yeah, so let's see. Go into the the main slate, kind of like a cash game kind of thing. The 2 out of 2, more or less. I believe we already talked about Tukey and Sonny Gray, actually, didn't we?
Yeah, we hit on that one.
We did. Okay.
Quickly after we hit on that massive rapid fire that you had. I believe we had them more and more. If we just want to walk through that one again, Tyler, no worries.
Yeah, I actually had Sonny Gray less because Pittsburgh doesn't really strike out that much, but definitely more on Tukey. Let's see. Sticking with let's go with rapid fire 4 out of 4.
Woo.
Yeah, same slate. And
the Sonny Gray, J Ram, Votto, Stripling, or is it the one before this? There's another one too.
Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one I got. Okay, yeah.
Teammates out here trying to 9x people's buy-ins.
Yeah, I was just about to say, teammates going for the home run ball here, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're tuned into this because if this hits, you're going to have yourself a nice Thursday afternoon or evening, I guess. Night game.
Yeah. So as we talked about, I have Tukey Toussaint plus 1.5, and for total bases, I believe I am going. Yeah, I'm definitely going with Jesse Winker. We have him at 2.2 total bases, and I believe he's got the bonus. Yep. Yeah, he's got the bonus, so I'm definitely taking Jesse Winker there. I'm taking Joey Votto over Michael Brantley. Votto's just been on fire, player of the month, so just kind of riding the hot hand there against Pittsburgh, against Will Crow. So yeah, Votto should do just fine today. And let's see. I think I lost it. Oh, there we go. And I'm taking Framber Valdez for the strikeouts over Ross Stripling. We talked about Ross Stripling, really not going to get that many strikeouts. And we have Framber coming in at 5.2. So pretty much a whole strikeout above Ross Stripling.
Yeah, Valdez is a guy that's going to go after and try to get after batters and really try to get them swinging to get those outs. But Ross Stripling's more of the bat on ball kind of pitcher, get it in play for those ground outs and those pop-ups. Folks, there it is, a 9 times buy-in. Canada's own Joey Votto making an appearance. That's awesome. Got to touch on that. Jesse Winker has been lights out this season. The guy has had 2 hits the other night? Yeah, 2 hits against Minnesota the other night. So he's been in good form, and Joey Votto, as Team A said, player of the month. So go down, select your buy-in, and hit submit, and you're in to win. Something I want to touch on quickly. I know it's not Friday, but I still want to do a home run derby because it's the home run derby, and it's fun. And it's a home run blast, actually. It's actually a home run blast. So thank you, Jason. I fixed myself there. But if we can go just to the main slate, Jason, and take a look at the home run blast.
Connor, you can also tell people about tomorrow's home run blast and why it's so special.
Ooh, is there $25,000?
There is $25,000.
Holy moly.
In cash prizes.
Make sure you tune in to Monkey Knife Fight tomorrow, folks. A $25,000 home run blast, not derby, blast, going on tomorrow. And we'll be back to break that down with another episode of Monkey Knife Fight Live. But today, you could get in a single home run to double your money. Seems like a pretty fair opportunity. I'm going to go with a couple of Blue Jays off the bat because, as I said, Mckenzie, the 6.11 ERA, 1-4 record going up against a batting lineup that right now is probably the hottest in all of baseball. I'm going George Springer. I'm going Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and I'm locking those guys in. Team A, you have a third pick for our home run derby, or any other guys that you think might just go yard today?
Let's see. So
Jason's
our
going
top.
Joey Gallo. I don't know if you're seeing our screen right now, but he's running circles around Gallo's bearded face. No more. Guy can't have a beard. If I played for the Yankees, I'd look like a baby.
You know what? Some people would argue you already do look like a baby. So we're doing okay.
There we go. Boom roasted. Michael Scott got me. We're in the
yeah, so we have we have Joey Gallo coming in at 1.6 total bases. So I would say that's the highest probability of hitting right there. But you know, a ton of power is there. I would say let's go with Jorge Soler. In a short stint with the Braves, he's hitting really well. So I think that's probably a good spot for Jorge Soler.
Remember, folks, this is an awesome contest because even if you don't play it on the Fridays to get in to win this week your share of the $25,000, you can still double your money with one home run. So if you really like a guy that's been hot, George Springer, we talked about it, 4 home runs over the last few days. You got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in. They got a favorable matchup. Joey Gallo, he's bound to do something with the Yankees eventually. So again, you go down, you hit submit, and you're in to win, double your money, bada boom, bada bing. Team A, any other matchups that you want to take a look at today across Monkey Knife Fight for this evening's games?
Yeah, so if you're looking to play a little bit earlier, I like the Giants and the Diamondbacks, and see if we can find something fun here. So if we go to more or less 3 out of 3, I like less for Merrill Kelly on the strikeouts. Let's see where we have him coming in. Merrill Kelly, we have him at 5.3, and the Giants aren't really a team that strike out a ton. So I like the Giants here, so I'll take less on Merrill Kelly. Alex Wood facing a pretty bad Diamondbacks lineup, so I will be taking more for total outs. And Mike Yastrzemski, pretty good matchup for him against Merrill Kelly. Not really a guy who strikes out a ton of guys. So I will be taking more for hits and walks for Mike Yastrzemski.
Yeah, I think that's a great call there. Obviously, you know, Arizona's had their struggles this season, just a 34-75 record. The Giants, one of the better teams in baseball. For me, they're a bit of a surprise with what they've been able to do this year. But Alex Wood, I really like that pick with the 17.5 total pitching outs. I think he could hang around against, as you called it, a very weak, not to be offensive, but just a weak lineup compared to the rest of the major league. And I think he can really put some damage in on that one. And obviously, Merrill Kelly's in for a tough night against, Chris Bryant, who is hitting .625 against him throughout his career. So
not bad.
That's a tough one. And if there's any contest involving Chris Bryant, folks, you might want to hop on that if there's a total bases 1 or 2 over, because 8 career at bats, he's hitting .625. So what's that? 5 hits in 8 at bats. Yeah, that's it's pretty good.
Not that I would recommend it, but the just if you really think he's going to go, you just want to double your money if he's going to be all over it. Chris Bryant's not a bad pick for a single game home run blast. Although it's confusing only because there's such a better option to do home run blast by giving more options out, like picking a slate, but it's already 12:25 as we're recording this. So I'm sorry to those who are going to see this after. Chris Bryant's been mashing, though. Good for Chris Bryant.
Yeah. Well, here's another guy that's been mashing, especially against Merrill Kelly, is Buster Posey, hitting .412 and 17 at-bats with a home run and 6 RBI. So, folks, if you do tune in and you're live right now, make sure you get on that 340 matchup, and make sure you just tune in to Monkey Knife Fight Live, because if you do, you would know that Team A and I just gave you a gift cake from that matchup. Team A, anything else that you want to touch on this afternoon before we get out of here?
Staying with the same game, I actually just found this rapid fire 3 out of 3, and we can have Chris Bryant here. So taking Alex Wood, Mike Yastrzemski, and then Chris Bryant over Ketel Marte.
Boom, there it is. There it is, folks. I believe the 3 for 3 rapid fires is 5 times your buy-in. So, folks, go in, lock it in, and you're in to win your share Oh, well, actually, you're just in to win your bet, but there you go. And that's how you play it. That's Monkey Knife Fight. That's the rapid fire contest. Team A, thank you so much for joining our show today. Jason, you did a great job on the back end. Really appreciate everything you do for us. And folks, I'm Connor Rowntree. And remember to hit it hard.